Okay, Animenians, right now we're going to start this, and the first topic of the day is the 20 greatest crime movies of all time ranked according to IMDb. So it's ranked by IMDb, but this article is on Collider. So let's start at number 20. Number 20 is Scarface. 8.3 out of 10, released in 1983. Okay, if Scarface is number 20, this list must be crazy, boy. I wonder what the criteria they're going for their rank. Let's see, Al Pacino brilliantly portrays one of the most iconic characters, the murderous drug lord Tony Montana, in director Brian De Palma's award-winning classic Scarface, set in Miami. Okay, we know what Scarface is about. Okay, next up is Heat. Now, Heat. Would I have Heat over Scarface? Dropped in 1995. Another Al Pacino movie at number 19. I hear it. Why would I have Heat above Scarface? I think maybe it has more action, more thriller vibes, whereas Scarface sometimes felt like a crime drama epic. Jay-Z, big up yourself in the live. Hope everyone's having a good day. What do we have next? Alright, Heat. So Heat, directed by Michael Mann. Heat 2 is coming out, by the way, with Leonardo DiCaprio, Adam Driver, and who's the other actor? But some big actors. It is a seminal crime film that features some incredible performances, especially its two central characters, the master criminal Neil McCauley, flawlessly performed by Robert De Niro, and the dedicated detective Lieutenant Vincent Hanna, played by Al Pacino. Hmm. John, big up yourself. Hope everyone's having a good day. Yeah, so I can see why Heat might be above Scarface. Alright, fair enough. Next up, I wonder if I should slant a little bit. Actually, to be fair. Next up. Witness for the Prosecution. I've never seen this. Released in 1957, okay, before they even had color. Ranked 8.4 out of 10. So only marginally above Scarface. Alright. Witness for Prosecution is a genre-defining courtroom drama that revolves around the mind-boggling case of Leonard Vole, played by Tyrone Power, who is accused of murdering a wealthy woman. Sir Wilfrid Roberts, played by Charles Lawton, soon agrees to take on Leonard's case and is determined to prove his innocence, but is shocked when the protagonist's wife, Christine Melene Dietrich, testifies against him, jeopardizing his defense. Raw. Alright, so it doesn't sound as much action vibes, but in terms of the crime drama, I could see why this whole courtroom setting and law setting, they could have a very sophisticated, dramatized dealings. But no, that's interesting. I've never seen it myself. If anyone in the chat seen that, let me know what you think. What's next? Alright, The Dark Knight Rises. What? They have this as a crime. They have this as a crime movie, yeah? Well, it is crime, it is Batman. Okay. So everyone put respect on the superhero genre's name. Look at this, for number 17, the top 20. After how many films ever? 8.4 out of 10. If this is Dark Knight Rises, then I wonder if and where the others are ranked. Pick up everyone with us here ranking. So first we're discussing lots of stuff, but the first one here is best crime movies ranked by IMDb. 8 years after the events of The Dark Knight, Bruce Wayne has withdrawn from public life with Gotham's while Gotham enjoys a period of relative peace. That stability collapses when the masked mercenary Bane arrives. He plans to seize control of the city. Bruce once again becomes Batman, eventually crossing paths with the thief Selina Kyle and police officer John Blake. Okay. Wow. So they have that ranked above Scarface as a crime movie. They were in the courts a bit. The plot was good. The action was amazing as Batman. The performances were all really good. The wide scope of the film was sick. To be fair, the whole city was locked down. It did the movie did have a lot of parts to it. And Christopher Nolan too. Okay. Next is American History X. I don't feel like I've seen this whole film, maybe parts of it. We got Neil's Kitchen. Why does that sound familiar? Sarah Zoro, how are you? And who else do we have? That name is Ishiki Pan Pico Bubblegum. Pick up yourself. Alright, everyone, so right now we're discussing the best crime movies of all time, ranked by IMDb. And we're at number 16 with American History X. Okay. Audiences searching for good crime movies don't need to look further than director Tony Kaye's American History X. The powerful film revolves around the former neo-Nazi ex-convict Derek Vineyard, played by Edward Norton, who struggles to help his younger brother Danny, played by Edward Furlong, steer clear of his past beliefs and associates. The film is not for the faint of heart, as it doesn't shy away from graphic violence and disturbing depictions of racial hatred to get its message across. It's worth noticing that Norton's award-winning performance elevates the entire movie. American History X manages to tackle serious issues of racism and bigotry while also offering insight and a unique perspective on the people who fall victim to such ideologies. Okay. Anyone in here seen American History X? Let me know if you have. Next on the list is number 15, The Usual Suspects. This I have seen. Would I have this over Scarface and Heat? I don't know. I think the plot was sick, and I think the way they had many significant characters in terms of these suspects was really good too. Maybe the fact that the film had so many basically main characters or so many significant performances that was really good. Whereas in Scarface, yeah, you had Al Pacino as Tony, but then everyone else I'm not too sure about. Well, his cousin he was rolling with or something like that, his brethren. That was okay. Let's make sure that thing's recording. Alright, so Usual Suspects. I think so. Rank number 15. I hear it. And the ending was excellent. Such a twist. I'm not even going to spoil that ending. Anyone who hasn't seen The Usual Suspects, go and watch that. Because the plot is so good. Me, I'm an action junkie, but I love crime movies. And the plot, the writing, the performances is just so good that it keeps you engaged every minute. Ooh, next up, number 14, Leon the Professional. 1994. Hello, Jose. Malika, how are you? Hope everyone's good. So, number 14, Natalie Portman and Jean Reno and Gary Oldman star in the French crime action thriller Leon the Professional. Or Leon. The film follows the story of a professional hitman who hesitantly cares for a young girl, Matilda, played by Natalie Portman, after a group of corrupt DEA agents, led by Gary Oldman, murders her entire family. An odd duo, Leon and Matilda, bond over the girl's desire for revenge, and the hitman teaches her everything she needs to know. Yeah, this was a crazy film. And it's surprising, well, again, these movies are fine. This is only 8.5. It's surprising to think that people, IMDb have this ranked above all the others. Wow. But these are all top tier, man. These are like legendary movies. If you told me any of these were your favorite film ever, or you think they're the best crime movie ever, I would not. I wouldn't have any argument, to be honest. Pick up everyone in the YouTube. Where you joining from? TikTok. Where you joining from? Let me know. Right now, you're getting this stream from London. Number 13, The Departed. Okay, I've seen this and this is cold. This is another one where I feel like it's so great because it has such a mad cast, and the plot line and the ending and the twists and turns. Yeah. The Departed is a crazy movie. Anyone who hasn't seen that, well, there you go. The Departed focuses on the messy connection between two men, Billy Costigan and Colin Sullivan, played by Matt Damon and Leonardo DiCaprio, who find themselves on opposing sides of the same crime syndicate, set in the bustling streets of Boston. Yeah, this plot was mad. Two people going undercover. The criminal going undercover with the police, and the police get undercover with the criminal. So, yeah, I'd never seen that before. Number 12, ooh, go to thing, City of God. This was 2002. Interesting, 8.6. Wow. Yeah, this film felt like a whole different world. Not only because it's like Brazil, a different culture that I'm not from or I haven't seen firsthand, but also, excuse me, as the English like to say, I had a frog in my throat. Malika was good. But as I was saying, this film felt like a whole different world because I think a part of the way it was shot, maybe because it was 2002, that grainy feel, again here, like this goldish hue that the movie had, it felt like an alternate Earth, just mad. Like that whole place where City of God was set could have been, this is my sci-fi brain now, could have been like, in the future you have like super skyscraper cities and they have different levels. City of God could have been like where the poorer people were still on the land on Earth. And but anyway, yeah, it just felt like something different. City of God is a critically acclaimed epic crime movie that revolves around Rio de Janeiro's eponymous slum, co-directed by Fernando Meirelles and Katia Lund. The film depicts criminal activity, poor living conditions, and constant violence in the area. A young and ambitious photographer who grew up there makes it his goal to document significant events and show the world what shouldn't be ignored. Yeah, this movie hit different. Already my stomach feels different because of that the emotions that movie will help make it generate, man. YouTube and TikTok was good. Kira, Luke, Alex, Malika. Look, everyone, drop a like, people. The Green Mile. Ooh, yeah. Was this a crime movie? Well, it was set in a jail. No, this is different. So there's crime involved, but I didn't really see the crime happening. But let's see what they say. The renowned classic from director Frank Darabont. The Green Mile follows warden supervisor Paul Edgecombe, played by Tom Hanks, and a new inmate on death row, John Coffey, played by Mark Clark Duncan. John has been accused of a heinous crime that has led to the death of two young girls, but his supernatural gifts soon make Paul question whether he's really guilty. Those who have seen it know that The Green Mile is a heartbreaking movie that's too painful to watch again. It's impossible not to root for the kind-hearted, innocent John, who develops a genuine friendship with Paul. John changes everything around him, and the audience is no exception. The crime element is woven into fantasy and drama, making it a truly absorbing film. Yeah, that movie is different. Goated. The Silence of the Lambs. I seen this, boy. Silence of the Lambs. This whole Hannibal Lecter stuff. This guy's eating people. I seen this too. Ranked 8.6. I think maybe part of the reason why it's ranked above some of these because the concept of him being a cannibal is so much more sinister than everyone else. Everyone else went to drugs, money, power, fame, or in Green Mile, law, and mistaken identity and stuff. But here we have like, yeah, someone that's wanting to eat people. That's different. Pyro, what's good, my guy? Strong name. All right, next up we have number 9 on the list is Seven. Ooh, I seen this too. Big up myself, you know, I seen a lot of bangers. Director David Fincher. Seven is a box office hit that revolves around an unusual string of murders and the two detectives who try to find the serial killer. The disillusioned detective William Somerset, played by Morgan Freeman, and arrogant David Mills, played by Brad Pitt, have to work together to figure out who is using the seven deadly sins as a motif or inspiration to stage gruesome scenes after heinous killings. Seven sets itself apart from other crime films with its superb writing and well thought out scenes. It can also be unbelievably unsettling, especially when audiences see the famous twist the bleak crime movie is known for. The infamous moment is still referenced in memes and other forms of media today. Now I don't remember it so good because what's the movie I'm thinking of? Slevin. That's like a crime movie. Something with an assassin. I'm thinking of a different movie then, but what? Maybe I should go watch that to get back that twist. 8.6 fan margins. Table Lee, how are you? Savs priv. Wait, what? No pun in the same shaky, you know. No pun in the same shaky. Same get this thing on. Alright, go next. Number 8. Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. What? They got Kill Bill up here, yeah? Kill Bill is crazy. This is the first one, or the third. Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair combines the two-part story of Beatrix Kiddo. Ah, I thought so. The story starts as the former assassin known as the Bride is betrayed and left for dead by her former colleagues. After awakening from a coma, she sets out to eliminate the members of the deadly Viper assassination squad one by one. Her goal is to eventually work her way toward their leader, Bill, played by David Carradine. Yeah, bro, they have that ranked above all of these. Man, this is cold. But yeah, Kill Bill is crazy. You can big up the anime influence, the Japanese, the samurai. Quentin Tarantino with another banger. What do we have next on the list? Ooh, Goodfellas. Ooh, Goodfellas. Yeah, this is the real gang thing, the real crime boss, crime family. There you go. Also here sometimes many like certified people from that life. I can't remember who that guy is on YouTube, but he said like this is one of the most accurate mobster movies for like portrayal of characters and all of that stuff. But let me know what you think, people. Number 7. This list is tough. Movie, what is a crime? Why they would have this here because it's like action and the psychological twist at the end. Yo, that's it's big. Another banger from Edward Norton. This guy really is a class actor, innit? 8.8. Wow. I wonder why people have that ranked like separated from the rest. Let's see. Fincher masterfully turns his protagonist's personal crisis into a larger examination of alienation in a capitalist world. With grimy visuals baked into chaotic reality, the cult classic invites audiences to reconsider their daily lives without talking about Fight Club, of course. Ah, okay, maybe that's the reason why. So, because the film connected to people on such a day-to-day level in terms of that the commentary on the capitalist world, that can be another reason why people really ranked it and gave it the ratings on IMDb. But that's interesting. Big up everyone in the chat. Next up is Pulp Fiction. Need we say more? I'm talking about cult classics, another cult classic, Uma Thurman again. What rank is it? 8.8. Crazy. Wow. Pulp Fiction is the wild crime film that made director Quentin Tarantino a household name. Set in Los Angeles, the movie is told from different perspectives and weaves together various stories of crime. Yeah, that whole vibe of the different perspectives and the storylines running together, Tarantino does that well, and then with the individual characters who this film was following, yeah, it's crazy. 12 Angry Men. Now, why did I watch this movie? I feel like I watched this movie in secondary school, as part of English maybe. But yeah, I have to rate this film high because even as like a teenager, I was like, yo, this film's a banger, and this is just a black and white thing, and it's all about similar to the one of the earlier ranked movies about someone going through a court case. But we'll read the synopsis right now. Director Sidney Lumet's 12 Angry Men is a legendary courtroom drama that revolves around the titular jurors who struggle to come to an agreement in a hot and stuffy jury room in New York Country from the New York Country Courthouse. The case involves a young teenager who had been accused of murdering his own father. The film is known for its incredible dialogue, complex characters, and use of one setting for the majority of the movie. Yeah, that was amazing. They barely went anywhere with this movie, and it was so good. It shows you how good that script and writing can be. Big up yourself, Jack. Everyone dropping some likes. Jamie Brown, I like those sweets. Yes, but if that's a metaphor for something else, then no. Shows you how good that script and writing because you got yourself. Jack, everyone dropping them some. Big up yourself, Jack. But yeah, what does racism involve? Was there someone black involved? 12 Angry Men is often cited among the best films of the 1950s as it raised still and relevant questions about the legal system and racism in a thought-provoking way that can move and inspire audiences to reevaluate their own beliefs. Yeah, big movie, big time. 12 Angry Men is often safe among the best films of the 1950s and is raised and still credible question. Okay, my friend, appreciate the support. Make up yourself, Sam. Alright, we're still running red and recording. Number 3 is Godfather Part 2. Yeah, big time, big time. Wonder why they have it above the other one. An engrossing sequel, Godfather 2, adds further details and nuances to the intricacies of relationships, betrayals, and dangers with the Sicilian clan. Coppola proves that he has more to show. Coppola. I forget how to say the boss's name. The copper. Whatever, man. The boss. To show audiences what life is like for a gangster. As they aren't the comical and witness villains they're often made out to be in the film industry. Yeah, that was dark. I felt like he's just attending bare funerals and meeting bare OGs. That was a dark film, man. Number 2, The Dark Knight. Superhero top, man. No one tell me anything about superhero films, please. The Dark Knight, rated 9.1. The Joker. Heath Ledger. Rest in the next level. Next dimensions. Batman. Morgan Freeman. Yeah, we're here. The Dark Knight. One of the best. This is a top movie, man. Nolan's actually a savage. He can actually do everything. He's a crazy. Look at that suit. That suit's pretty cool. Alright, and number 1 is The Godfather. Yeah. Al Pacino played a younger Brando. The Godfather is a crime film that needs no introduction. Based on Mario Puzo's eponymous 1969 novel, the iconic movie is centered on the Sicilian clan headed by Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando. Aside from depicting the ruthlessness and perilous activities that are so common in the mafia, it also shows the initially reluctant youngster Michael Corleone and his rise to power. Vito Corleone or Michael Corleone, that's his son, right? It wouldn't be an overstatement to say that Coppola's masterpiece reinvigorated the gangster genre, as The Godfather's unprecedented portrayal of psychologically complex characters shed new light on the inner workings of the mafia. Yeah, everyone's people, man, did this when they made money on the other side of the law. The first movie is still the best in the trilogy and still holds up incredibly well today. I need to check, is Michael Vito's son? You know, while since you watch any. Whoa. Now screen, come on now screen. Boom. Is Michael Vito's son? Michael is the youngest of Vito Corleone's son. Yeah. Cool, so he did succeed then. That's some big roles to fill, boy, but that's two crazy actors, Al Pacino and Marlon Brando. Raw. Alright, let's move on. Hell mode. Alright, on to some anime that I don't. Oops, where are we? Let's go quick. Okay, it's boogie. So, Alex 8, big up everyone on TikTok and YouTube. Let's see what this next article is about. So, this next article is about an anime I have not seen called Hell Mode. Season 2 anime unveils Rosenheim arc. Visual. Rosenheim. Hell Mode Season 2 anime unveils Rosenheim arc. Visual. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is let's go watch a little trailer of you. Hell Mode Season 2. And then I'm gonna find out what your whole anime is about. Defense YouTube. Hell Mode Season 2. Hell Mode Season 2 trailer. Alright. Very loud.
ただいま。実 実は僕4月から学園都市に行くんだ。
元気でやるんだぞ。
行ってきます。
あなた本当に私と学園都市へ行って戦場へ出るつもり？貴族の義務なんてないのに。
みんな見て。
おお、気持ちいい。私もやるよ。一緒に戦う。
でけえ話じゃねえか。俺も行くぜ。
ここでなら俺も最強を目指せ。
俺たち俺はキール。一応僧侶。ダンジョンって儲かるのか。
New character. Ooh. Hey, you got speed, but that's what I was waiting for. Come on, man. Get me involved. Or maybe teleportation. Or displacement. Who does look like Asta from behind? Oh.
ソフィア・ローネスの護衛だ。
強くなりたいんだ。
予言？
黒髪の男は世界から闇を振り払うだろう。
僕に勝てればこのリングをあげるよ。
悪いけど俺結構強くなっちゃったぞ。
Hell mode. Okay. That's cool. I want to say off a first look, I want to say that's really my vibe. But for any Hell mode anime fans out there, let me know why I should watch it. Why do you like it? Let me get a synopsis and get what this whole thing's about. Get this one up here. Oh. Now let's go. Hell mode. Okay, Hell Mode Anime. The series follows Kenichi Yamada, a 35-year-old hardcore gamer who is frustrated because modern games have become too easy. He doesn't want automatic progression or casual gameplay. He wants an old-school RPG where you can actually have to put hundreds, maybe thousands of hours into to become powerful. Then he discovers a mysterious game offering exactly that. And when he's given the choice of difficulty, of course he chooses Hell Mode. Except this isn't really a normal game. Kenichi is reincarnated into another world as a baby named Alan, where he's born into a family of serfs, basically putting him right at the bottom of this world's social hierarchy. Okay. Alright, this is different. In terms of different for me, an isekai anime, but still interesting to see what they're really on about. Alright, any Hell Mode fans, that is for you. Let me get that one out of the way. We'll move on to the next side. So let's turn this one to a chat. Here's a mad chat right now. Actually, let's see if we're still recording. We should be. Yes, we are. How long have we been on? Alright, next topic of the day is another anime. This is an anime I'm not aware of. The next one I don't know anything about. So what I like to do with these new anime is I'll find out what the news is happening, but yeah, and then I'll go check out the trailer, see if I like the vibe, and then a little synopsis. So that way I'm learning something new. People can get updated and the audience can get updated at the same time too. So let's just get cooking. Inherit the Winds TV anime casts Takeo Otsuka. The official X account for the original television anime project Inherit the Winds officially announced on Wednesday that Takeo Otsuka will play Yamanaka Kisuke. Historical Japanese characters' names are rendered family name first here. Okay. The anime takes place in the Bakumatsu era in Kyoto. A soldier who has lost his memories is aided by the famous Shinsengumi member Okita Soji. Okita Soji names this man Tachikawa Jinsuke. Jinsuke. Tachikawa Jinsuke. Jinsuke's life begins anew amidst the Mibu soldiers. Yuta Kaka. Yuta Kaka. I don't know. I think I was thinking about football runner Kaka and Yuta from One Piece there. Anyway, Yutaka Naori and Aniplex are in charge of the original story with cooperation from Azuki Mashiba. Tomohiro Kawamura is directing the anime at Live 2D Creative Studio, and Drive Inc. Naori is also writing the scripts. The anime will premiere in January 2027. Okay. Is it action? Are they scrapping? Inherit the Winds. Let's find out GBT. Did they fight? Because if they're fighting, I'm gonna have to watch that. But if it's all about feelings, I don't know. Fernando, how are you? Do they fight like a shonen in the manga? Not really. That's the first thing I saw with my bad eyes. Inherit the Winds isn't based on a conventional shonen manga. The important distinction is that the upcoming anime is primarily an adaptation of the stage play series. Coming from a stage play? Okay, what is it based on? Tell me that. What is the anime based on? It's a slightly unusual adaptation. Inherit the Woods is an original anime inspired by a series of Japanese stage plays. What? People do anime from stage plays. Interesting. The key source is playwright Yuta Nari's series. Okay, so I think I'll mark it down because that seemed interesting. To be based on a series, I expect some crazy writing and emotions. Listen, give me stakes and fight as soon as possible. That's for me. That's my base form of anime. Give me stakes and fight. Just let me know why you're fighting, then let's get to it. Let's train, let's lose, let's do the training arc, let's go get frenemies, all of that stuff. Let's run it. Betrayals, just make sure you fight. Oh, close off again. Where am I? I'm looking over chat. What's next on the list? Netflix's forgotten 10 out of 10 series is officially expanding for season 2. 10 out of 10. Do you know what that means, people? Let's go watch this trailer right now. Yeah. That's what you should do. Show me trailers.
We have a strange issue in Iceland. An issue?
You know, they're giving me adverts. Let's go check out our friend YouTube and let's get a trailer over there. Come on. YouTuber, you can become YouTube now. trailer. Aeronaut official trailer. Let's see. Which one has the most views? 1.8, 2 point something. That's his first look. On the whole thing. Forget it. Let's go. Pause, my friend. Pause. Wait for us to go full screen, friend. Corporal. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. Let's keep this moving.
Envido.
Yo no sé, escuché envido.
Real envido.
Falta envido, carajo. Cállense.
¿Qué?
Escuchen.
Medio drenaje, ¿no? Nieve en verano.
Hey, UFO contact, temperature dropping. Something in the sky.
Una mierda tóxica del cielo que te toca y te mata.
Toma, carajo.
Mi hija está en algún lado. Y yo no voy a parar hasta encontrarla. ¿Me deja pasar, por favor?
Primero
I'm
mostrar.
gonna have to get into watching more languages on different series.
Y con eso te vas a defender.
Tarde o temprano la ayuda va a llegar.
Si lo que llega no es ayuda.
¿Qué mierda está pasando con el mundo?
Llamado a todos los sobrevivientes. No están solos, juntos somos fuertes.
Hay algo más.
What the hell's moving that truck? Oh, there's creatures. Oh, they did the last minute reveal at the end. Okay, interesting. That's a different type of thing with the snow. That's a whole nother dangerous. One piece of snow and he die. That's good. That's long. Aeronaut. Alright, let's go back to the article. What is Aeronaut about? Let me make sure I'm reading that properly because I have a habit. Eternaut. Rah. It's a low, gonna be a low corrections. Oh well. Based on Hector German Osterheld and Francisco Solano Lopez's landmark 1957 graphic novel El Etermuerta. The series follows Juan Salvo and a group of survivors when, after a summer night in Buenos Aires, a mysterious deadly snowfall wipes out most of the population and leaves behind thousands stranded. Juan and his friends embark on a desperate struggle for survival. Everything changes when they discover that the toxic snowstorm is only the first attack by a foreign army invading Earth. Hey, Samuel. You know we listen to sci-fi. Alright, let's get on my list. Well, you're in the video anyway, so you'll be on my list, but hello Cheese, how are you? Pick up everyone, drop some likes in the chat. Anything they can do to support the channel. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm doing good, thank you. With us here checking out some nerd news, trailers, discussions and topics and stuff. How about you? Into anime, anything yourself? Cheese? Alfie, Michael, how are you? Alright, next up. Let's see. Five hard sci-fi books that are perfectly written. Project Hail Mary 2021. Well, I just watched your movie, and if that is anything like, oh, you're going straight at number one. Alright, cool. I watched your movie, and that is crazy. That's a great movie. Had everything, humor, stakes, World building, great performances, excellent visual effects, heartwarming characters, great plot, everything. A great ending. I forgot how it feels like for movies to have great endings and to feel kind of like complete and finished as well, where not everything has to be a cliffhanger or after credit scene to a next series, to next thing. And that's no slant or no post credit scene. Keep them coming, but I'm just saying it's a different vibe, Hail Mary, in terms of endings. So wow, the movie adaptation, it was easily one of the best films of 2026, but its biggest criticism was that it had to leave out so much of the book's fascinating scientific problem solving. The novel lets you live inside Ryland Grace's thought process, and that is where it truly shines. For example, the movie has Grace, Ryan Gosling, simply look out a window to realize he's in space. In the novel, he slowly notices that something feels wrong. While climbing a ladder, he realizes that his body doesn't move quite the way he expects. Then he starts running experiments, he drops objects and times how long they take to hit the floor with a stopwatch, and he realizes the gravity is all wrong. After that, he builds a pendulum to calculate the acceleration. From those results, he figures out that the gravity inside the ship is actually being created by a constant acceleration. And this shows how he realizes he isn't on Earth at all, but aboard a spacecraft that is continuously under thrust. It's a brilliant sequence, and moments like this are everywhere in the novel. The movie is a masterpiece in its own right, but if you loved it, the book is even better. Wow. Sorry, man, I can't read though, man. Put me to sleep, unless it's manga, that reading stuff. Too relaxing, no noise. And when I read, I'm more time laid back as well. And if I'm laid back, time for me to sleep. Cheese was good. Big up everyone in the chat. Right now, we're looking at the 5 best well-written books. Number 2, Three Body Problem. Something else which I've watched recently. The first novel in Liu Xin's Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy. Whoa, what a title. And it covers first contact, game theory, and the physics of higher dimensional space, and the long, unsettling arc of what happens when two civilizations discover each other across light years. The first book is also the most grounded of the 3. It follows a young astrophysicist in 1960s China who watches her father get killed during the Cultural Revolution. Embittered with humanity, she eventually uses the sun as a massive amplifier to broadcast a message deep into space, calling out to any alien civilization willing to either save or conquer Earth. Yeah, even that. Wow, don't piss off a scientist, basically. I think that's what I learned from there. Do not piss off a scientist, because the whole planet's at stake. Invite Goddess, Goddess, how are you? CCTIUGKK2, how are you? V1 in, so no, I'm not assembling right now. What do we have next? Next paragraph. Decades later, the story focuses on nanotechnologist Wan Miao, who starts seeing a mysterious countdown overlaid across her vision no matter where he looks. At the same time, some of the world's most prominent physicists start committing suicide, seemingly because the fundamental laws of physics have stopped making sense to them. Liu won the Hugo Award for Best Novel in 2015. For this book, it was the first translated ever to do it. Wow. Ready Player One? It was based on a book. No way. This is what I'm saying. And this again speaks to my age of anime theory. Movies, sometimes original, yes. and but so many come from books, plays, comics, and the time is coming when more will be coming from anime, adapted from anime. So ready yourselves, people. The age of anime is upon us. Ready Player One, 2011. What? Ernest Cline's novel is set in 2045 in a dystopian version of America where most people spend their waking hours inside Oasis, a massive virtual reality universe. When Oasis creator James Holiday dies, he leaves behind an Easter egg hidden somewhere inside the simulation, along with the promise that whoever finds it inherits the fortune, his fortune, and total control of the Oasis. Teenager Wade Watts becomes obsessed with cracking the puzzle, which means obsessively studying every piece of 1980s pop culture that Holiday loved growing up. Steven Spielberg made a fantastic movie out of this, but like any novel to movie adaptation, a lot of the coolest details had to be left out. The novel describes how to log in safely without wasting scarce real world resources. Wade uses a modified exercise bike to generate his own electricity. The challenges themselves are far more elaborate too, including a full playthrough of the Dungeons and Dragons module, Tomb of Warriors, and a 3D recreation of the text adventure Zork, along with flick syncs, which are basically movie karaoke's where players have to mentally step into the movie and act out every line and movement of the protagonist to pass specific gates. Whoa. I'm reading the second paragraph next time. Bruh, tit. This one, I don't think I have seen. Or if there's a movie adaptation of it. We Are Legion, We Are Bob, 2016. Bob Johansson dies in a car accident and wakes up 117 years later as an AI running inside a space probe. Dennis E. Taylor's premise is already absurd before the story turns Bob into humanity's best shot at surviving whatever comes next. Because Bob can replicate himself, the Legion of the title ends up being dozens of versions of the same guy, each one drifting off to explore the galaxy with a different personality shaped by their own experiences. Taylor gets into hard, real sci-fi concepts while scanning a human brain and mapping its neural pathways into a matrix to create a sentient digital copy, or turning raw space rocks into functioning manufacturing plants using automated 3D printers and molecular assemblers. This is crazy. He also spends real time on interstellar travel physics and the biology of alien ecosystems Bob encounters along the way. But none of these concepts ever weigh the story down because Bob is always having fun, cracking jokes, and dropping movie references no matter how dire things get. If you love the tone of Andy Weir's books in The Martian or Project Hail Mary, this is the closest thing you'll get that scratches the same itch. Interesting. Very interesting. No, that was not 7 or 9. Okay, number 5. Seven Eves, 2015. Seven Eves opens with the moon breaking apart for no explained reason, and calculations quickly reveal that within 2 years the debris will trigger a hard rain that bombards Earth's surface for the next 5,000 years. The book breaks down the terrifying physics of orbital decay, how the hard rain will boil all the oceans and destroy the Earth's atmosphere, instantly wiping out all life on the planet. The rest of the novel is about what humanity actually does with those 2 years. Wow. It is full of petty politics and hard sci-fi concepts, real rocket science and math like calculating change in velocity, gravity assist, perigee, and apogee to move ships, as well as the repurposing of the International Space Station into a modular habitat while dealing with constraints like zero gravity, living and solar radiation shielding. And back half, the back half of the book becomes a fascinating exploration of what could actually be required to rebuild a species. That one, I think that last one there, extraordinarily techie, but they're all techie. But yeah, sci-fi books. I'll be waiting for the movie and series adaptations. Sorry, man, I can't read all those pages unless I need some good deep sleep. So yeah, so that was 5 hard sci-fi books that are perfectly written. Pick up yourself. Young Rio, that's not you, is it? Nah. What's this? 13 perfectly directed film movies that are already considered masterpieces. Okay. Number 1. Ooh, no, let's go. Oh no, this isn't ranked, it's just a group. Maybe I'll do another video when I rank them after. Come on. Taxi Driver, 1976, goated. Get Out, 2017, amazing. Uncut Gems, I haven't seen this one, 2019. There have been many sibling duos who became legendary directors in the 21st century. It was Josh and Ben Safdie who joined the extraordinary list. All it took was their crime thriller Uncut Gems. The high-stakes film shows Howard Ratner, played by Adam Sandler, a charismatic, gambling-addicted New York City jeweler. Upon acquiring a rare Ethiopian opal, he must juggle mountain debts, angry loan sharks, and his complicated family life in a relentless, high-anxiety pursuit of the ultimate winning bet. With a precisely chaotic movie, the Safdies create an engaging yet stressful atmosphere that invokes the action of Howard's journey. Cool. I'm in for that one. Number 4, Parasite. Hey, is this my Parasite? Wait. Oh no, it's not the same one. I think this is the other Parasite I've been told about. So there's my Parasite the Grey, the Korean live action adaptation of the Japanese anime. Is that thing? Nah. Go clap for the sinking people. So let's go. For the longest time, foreign language films seemed to be on the outskirts of mainstream cinema. Then Bong Joon-ho's Parasite arrived, and that separation ceased. A true masterpiece in direction, Parasite blends dark comedy with dark thriller elements to tell the story of the Kims, a poor family who infiltrate the wealthy household of the Parks by posing as unrelated, high qualified servants. A scathing critique of modern capitalism through the lens of class conflict, inequality, and greed. Bong's transition from witty scam comedy into suspenseful tragedy is provided for an alluring film. Parasite's success as the first foreign language film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture relies on Bong's sheer brilliance. Okay, no wonder so many people love it. Again, it's got that relatable element where not everyone's in that top 1% earning billions, millions, 100,000, whatever, earning crazy money. So for so many watchers, they can relate to someone in this position. Number 5, No Country for Old Men. I'm surprised that wasn't in the crime movie list, but okay, top movie. Number 6, Eyes Wide Shut. That Nicole Kidman, we're having a bit of mouse trouble here, people. Control. It's safe to say that Stanley Kubrick can do extraordinary work in literally any genre of cinema. For his final project, Kubrick took Arthur Schnitzler's novella Dream Story and brought it to modern times with the erotic psychological thriller Eyes Wide Shut. The 90s classic follows Dr. Bill Harford, Tom Cruise, who spirals into a night-long surreal odyssey of sexual obsession and paranoia after his wife, Alice, played by Nicole Kidman, admits to nearly abandoning their family for a fantasy encounter, blurring the line between the couple's subconscious desires and their actual actions through a journey between reality and fantasy. Kubrick's masterpiece is smartly crafted and profoundly executed. Alright, psychological drama stuff. Perfectly directed thriller movies. Okay, I guess it's a drama thriller in that genre. American Psycho. Look at that face. Christian Bale's a good guy, you know. A lot of good movies. I don't think we need to go into that one much. Ranked at number 7. And I've seen it. The Manchurian Candidate. Ooh. What do you think about that one, people? Have I seen the remake? I think I've only seen the remake, not the original. If there's ever been a film that forces you to question everyone you've ever trusted, look no further than The Manchurian Candidate, based on Richard Condon's novel. John Frankenheimer brought to life the perfect Cold War neo-noir political thriller. And the iconic film tells the story of an American Korean War platoon brainwashed by communists. Sergeant Raymond Shaw, played by Lawrence Harvey. He's programmed as a sleeper assassin tasked with killing a US presidential candidate to aid a communist conspiracy managed by his mother. So his mother's actually a traitor. Major Angela Lansbury. Major Bennett Markle, played by Frank Sinatra, is on a mission to uncover the plot by any means. A dark, satirical. Hope I'm saying this right. I feel like I've heard this word said before. Satirical. Darkly satirical film, The Manchurian Candidate highlights themes of paranoia, mental manipulation, and political corruption through Frankenheimer's sharply edited narrative. 7. Okay, yes, we just went through this one. So we're trying to find the serial killer. Memento. Christopher Nolan. Have I seen this? If there's one director who has defined the 21st century so far, it's Christopher Nolan. Kicking off the new millennium, Nolan uses a short story by his brother Jonathan Nolan as inspiration for the exceptional psychological neo-noir thriller Memento. The film tackles the intriguing story of Leonard Shelby, played by Guy Pearce, a man with anterograde amnesia, a condition that causes short-term memory loss and prevents him from forming new memories. Using an elaborate system of photographs, handwritten notes, and tattoos, Leonard attempts to uncover the perpetrator, simply known as John G., who killed his wife, played by Georgia Fox, and caused him to sustain the condition. A sharply intricate film in which black and white tells one story moving forward, while color tells another story moving backward. Memento's alternating timelines collide to create an immersive cerebral puzzle. Okay, so if the two timelines things, it shows, okay, so now I understand why he did Tenet. He had experience doing this two running timeline thing before. Sounds like a techie movie though, and it's a crime thriller. Definitely on my list. So again, this is why I like doing these lists, especially from different websites, because I can learn something new from myself, from my own watch list, and you can tell me what you like about these films, why I should like them, and maybe learn about something new for yourself. The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. We know about that one. My man trying to eat people. Can't come to the barbecue, bro. Don't know what you're bringing. That's number 11. Okay, best Britain crime movies and stuff. Number 12, M, 1931, directed by Fritz Lang. The evolution of film has been well dramatized, exploring the impact that sound films had after the triumphant silent picture era. It wasn't an easy transformation for some filmmakers, but for Fritz Lang, his first film with sound was not only a triumph, but also set forth a path for procedural dramas on screen. In his mystery thriller M, the story follows the manhunt of a child murderer. Hans Beckert, played by Peter Lorre, who terrorized 1930s Berlin. Marked with the M for murder, his killing spree triggers a desperate search both by police and the criminal underworld, focusing only on the richly psychological torment of Beckert. M doesn't ask for sympathy, rather asks for an understanding of the murderer. Ugh, no thank you. I little understanding, but still you can go to jail, you can get locked up, bro. I'll go somewhere, dog, where you shouldn't be around people. Number 13, Vertigo, 1958. Listen, we could sit here and fill this list with many Alfred Hitchcock films, but for fairness, we'll give him one entry. Through the North, though North by Northwest or Psycho could have been placed here, the film to take the top spot is Vertigo. From a filmmaking perspective, Vertigo's cinematic innovations forever changed how stories can be told. The film tells the story of a retired San Francisco detective, Scotty Ferguson, played by James Stewart, battling acrophobia and a dangerous obsession with a mysterious woman, Madeline Elster, played by Kim Novak, the wife of an old friend who hired him to shadow her. After failing to save her from a fatal fall, Scotty encounters a woman who looks exactly like her, leading to a twisted fixation with reconstructing her image. An engrossing film that tackles voyeurism, lost love, and identity. The psychological thriller became a game changer. What's voyeurism again? Come on. The practice of gaining sexual pleasure from watching others naked or perverting. Enjoyment is seeing pain or someone's in pain too. So you're a watcher. No, thank you, my friend. So there you go. Those are the 13 best thriller movies. Yeah. 13 perfectly directed thriller movies that are already considered masterpieces. So all these books, tank chair. Ten best adventure video games. I think I might do that and then go watch another or something. List. None of these actually news and stuff. Alright, people, I think we're gonna change the stream soon because I'm getting kind of tired of just reading stuff. What do you think, people? Do you want some more news? Let me know. You want more news and more discussions, or should I lock off this stream and then start a new stream for Obvious? I think that's a plan. Yeah. actually streaming. You can keep going, innit? Let's bring up the show. Oh, I stopped the stream. I stopped both of them anyway, so it's good. Anyway, what I need now is something. I'm coming back to that round 2 soon. Gee, so we're gonna do this manga Shonen Jump thing for a little bit. I think I also need to do this. Maybe I don't know if that was ever you on my stream. I need to send me a message now. That's the last chapter I read. Jump to last read. 1141. Not me. Oh. 1149. Hey, manga time. Let's see. We're gonna do a manga catch up, people. Can fail a little bit, why not? Now this is the only thing if I'm doing the manga. See, you're already hitting all that stuff. I love you good. Do 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 do. See, when I just do my fingers, so easy. Let's see how that works. If it works down here. Because if it works down here when I'm recording, it's a good. Manga. Manga time, people. So I'm just changing up my setup a bit. Because I can't do it. I can't control the manga pages online as easy as I do. So first, let's see if you're actually catching the screen. Because if you're not catching this screen right now, then oof, we're cooking. Bro, it's not good about downstairs questions. Yeah, I'm not too far behind. So hopefully they can't see the camera. Hopefully they can't see the laptop on here. They can get to reading some manga and just chilling, man. good like this, and if not, let's crop it out, right? Okay. Oh, not you. I wonder what's knocking me down. Alright, we'll be back, people.